everybody. We are at Beyond Words. I am Manmeet. I'm from India. And
I'm Oksana. I'm from Germany. Hello.
so we are sitting in different locations. That's why we have chosen this kind of a format. I hope it works. So today we are going to talk about something very interesting. Oksana, would you like to introduce it to our audience?
Yes. So, since this is our first session, we thought we should talk about new beginnings. So, first of all, we thought, of course, it's a new beginning for our channel, but also, like in general, people have a lot of new beginnings during their lifetime, and so we just wanted to discuss what constitutes a new beginning. So maybe we can go back when we met.
Yes,
like
of course.
It was a new beginning, and it's been over a year.
Yes,
but it had a lot of different kinds of new beginnings because during our time together.
I feel like new beginnings is like it can be so different for anybody. Like it can be a journey, it can be like moving out of a relationship or moving out of a new job and starting a new one, or you trying to be independent or moving to a different country altogether. It has got so many different perspectives and so many interesting stories. Don't you think so?
Yeah, and especially I think that there are like new beginnings we actually want, and so we work towards them. And I think maybe it's also a little bit like, if there is a new beginning, there has been something before it. So some people actually consciously decide on, I want to do something else.
Yeah.
And then there are new beginnings that automatically happen, like if a child is born, or if you have to go from one school to the other, or like the life is always like you have those things that are constantly like always showing up there because this is like our daily life, and then you always have periods of time that you actually need new beginnings.
Yes.
And I think it's also like a human need to have things you can rely on, and that they're always there. And then you always need also like change, because that's what a new beginning is, right?
And actually I guess sometimes all we need for a new beginning is a lot of courage and a lot of like a positive attitude. Like, sometimes it is, you're stuck somewhere and we want to get out of it. If we're so like scared of like trying something new, or like leaving a new, different place to go to a new place. So this, what I feel is like, one is courage, and you need to let your fear go away to start with a new beginning. And that's how you can experience good and new things most of the times.
Yeah, and I think maybe we also like in communication we probably use new beginnings only if it has like a positive connotation. Because I think if something is new, but it's something unwanted, normally people don't talk about it's a new beginning. But it's more like, oh, it's something horrible happened to me, like, oh, this happened, although it's something new and maybe something new started. But if it's not intentional, if it's not what you wanted, then you would not like actually call it like a new beginning, because everything that is new can also be like a threat to whatever has been. So maybe it's also like depends on how you see it. If it's something positive, you would like, oh, it's a new beginning. So that's why with our channel, for us, it's something positive. But if we talk about it in general, I think it's also very dependent on how a person is. So like from their characters. So because they are like, we have these two notions in human beings of being we need change, but we need something stable. But then there are people who are more like, they tend to want things to stay the same, or other people who are more like changeable. I want something new all the time,
Or like there's few people are like too too comfortable at where they
Yeah,
are.
yeah, yeah,
Even they're feeling
exactly.
miserable. Like if
Yes.
if I
Mm.
like see somebody who wants to get fit, but is too
Yeah,
comfortable with a chill out
yeah,
routine, then
yeah,
it becomes too difficult. And the new beginning is not
exactly.
certainly positive
Mm.
for them in the beginning.
Hmm.
So yeah, you're right. Like
Yeah.
the perspective really matters, I guess, and the situation.
Yeah, because for someone, so to speak, who wants to be in the safe zone like all the time, or to them, it's connected to fear if something changes that they feel like should stay the same.
Yeah.
So, and the other way around, they're like, also like in our like consumerist society, and I mean, basically, it is one part that we are faced with when things change so quickly that for some people it becomes totally normal to have changes all the time, like and then sometimes we don't even realize when something new has begun, and that's why I think it's actually like sometimes we realize it afterwards, like, oh, at this period I had some immense change or something, like, and haven't even realized. And then you have, of course, again, like you said in the beginning, new beginnings where we like intentionally do something. It's looking for a job because actually we're not happy as it was before, or even if it's a relationship that ends, it can just end because you just happens, people unlove, and then they decide mutually to split. But then you also have most of the cases that it's from one party, and so it's a new beginning, but it's not because you wanted it, but because now you're like, oh, now I'm single, or or even if you go through,
like if like some one partner like is taking like any kind of physical or mental abuse, or is like
of course,
torture, like mentally disturbed, and you just want to get out of it. You want like breath of fresh air, like from that toxic partner. So that's also a perspective of a new beginning. But what I wanted to understand from your perspective, that why is new beginning always, not like always, but in most of the situations when you want to do something intentionally and change the world or your life, why is it associated with the Mondays? I don't understand. Like, okay, let's start that, but okay, let's start on a Monday.
Oh yeah, well, I think I think it's more symbolic than it is factual, true, or has any kind of influence. I think if you start something, you can start any moment. I think it's more like because Monday is like the first day of the week, and so it's like but actually, like in some cultures it's actually said, also like in Russia, I don't know how it is like in all the cultures, but I know exactly that it says like you should not do anything important on Monday, because normally, like after the weekend, you have a lot of things coming up on Mondays, and so there's a coalition of a lot of duties, and so actually some cultures have it the other way around and say you should not do anything important on Monday. But I guess it's because like of cultural background that it was like the world was created in 7 days, so it's also like a religious connotation, of course. But then Monday is like the first day of the week, so it's like, oh, and humans are so good at postponing things.
Yes,
so
I was like, going to cover
if I have a big change to do, and I know I have to, but I have like this little devil on my other side saying like, oh, it's so hard. It's so hard. That's the thing. New beginnings aren't like just fairy tale. Oh yeah, I'm going to start something new. It's
and like with my personal experience as well, like if I like say I want to quit like sugar completely, or like I would reduce my intake of sugar, I would always, like in the past, I would always say to myself, okay, it's the weekend, let me binge eat, and from Monday I will be like disciplined, and on Monday I'll start this new workout or this new healthy routine. But that Monday never comes. So what my advice would be to everyone around, and I always keep on saying it, There's no Monday.
Yeah.
If you're going to start it, you have to start it from the
Yeah.
next moment. And it works. Like,
So yeah, exactly, of course. And that's actually like what most psychologists are also recommend.
yeah.
Like not always postpone to Monday or whatever, because your mind actually gets used to that thought also.
Yeah.
And I mean, our thoughts like control our life so much, we're not even like, most of the times we're not even aware of it. But yeah, and one should definitely start, and maybe even if it's just a little tiny change,
Yeah.
because I think what maybe not most of the times what we do wrong is like we want to go from 0 to 100, but it would be also fine to go from 0 to 1. And if you do that for 100 days, then you will be at the 100, but you will never be there if you never start, because of the fear because of the comfort of saying, oh, it's gonna be fine, I'm gonna do it later. And now the sun has come out.
Wow.
So a new beginning.
Yes.
Yes.
And they say change is the only constant. So my message would be, one should never be afraid of anything new. So just a new beginning.
Yes, exactly. And just be open, I think that's what we fail to see sometimes. Even if the things that come in that are new are not nice, they will pass.
Exactly.
Because there will always come a new beginning and a new beginning, even if we don't like actually notice it. Maybe we do it later. So
yeah,
I'm happy that we finally did it.
Yes, same here.
We are happy for every comment and
feedback. We are open to feedback.
Yes.
Any way we can improve.
Please, because life is a learning session, like all the time. So we are happy for any criticism. We are happy for any ideas. So yeah. And it was lovely talking to you like every day.
Same here.
Namaste.
So to everyone out there, please click the subscribe button if you really like what you heard, and you can also, like, if you want, click the little bell icon so that whenever we upload a new video, you get a notification and you can always listen to us.
Yeah, and maybe at some point, if you have great ideas, we can actually do a meeting like this together.
Yes, we are open to inviting our audience.
Yeah,
if somebody has
all new, so we're just gonna see. We're just gonna see how it goes.
Yeah, perfect.
And be open.
Yes. All right. Bye.